Welcome to the Hirschfeld Century Podcast. I'm Katherine Eastman, the Director of Archives at the Hirschfeld Foundation.
And I'm David Leopold, the Creative Director.
And we are here today to give you a very exciting sneak peek at our new poster book called Hirschfeld's Icons.
This is the follow-up to the USA Today best-selling poster book, Hirschfeld Sondheim. And this one is 25 Hirschfeld Icons.
Yes.
Really the greatest in stage, screen, film, literature, television, dance. They're all here.
These posters are fully removable,
Really?
easy to tear out, and I have torn quite a few of these out.
Yes, gosh.
And every time they come out perfect. I haven't messed one up yet. So perfect, ready to hang on the wall, put it in an 11 by 14 frame. They're ready to go.
Just like this. I mean, we got some very, we went out and bought some 11 by 14 frames. Every piece looks great in it.
Mm-hmm. And on the back of each poster are, little histories about Hirschfeld and the subject, and additional images as well from the archive.
Right. So on this Lassie one, you get to see some of the other dogs he's drawn.
Yes, lots of dogs. We had an entire dog show.
Oh, yes.
Online exhibition, which yours truly curated because I'm the dog lady here. The crazy dog, self-proclaimed crazy dog lady. So yes, on the back of each poster. So you can keep all that information even inside the frame.
And, that people have really responded great to the Hirschfeld Sondheim, and we know they're going to love this. This book has an incredible introduction by an icon of television.
Yes.
Dick Cavett.
Yes. It was very exciting to get Mr. Cavett to do the introduction for this book.
Wonderful.
Very exciting.
When we asked him to do it, he produced something that was so Dick Cavett-like. It was over half the people in this book have appeared on a Dick Cavett show. So he knew all these people personally. And there's a great line in the introduction where he says, these drawings are, to my eye, the closest ink has come to applause.
That's good.
And it's just perfect. He really hits the nail on the head. He does say, I hope this is only the first volume, because to limit it to just 25 icons by Hirschfeld is not fair. There's so many. He both recorded and defined so many of the great performers, the great personalities of the 20th century.
Definitely. And doesn't Cavett have a Hirschfeld story himself?
He does, actually. Hirschfeld was never on the show.
I would have loved it. That would have been fun.
It would have been great. And I'm sure he feels that way, too.
Hirschfeld needed to do more television appearances. He wasn't on What's My Line. He wasn't on Dick Cavett.
Hirschfeld was not into personal promotion.
Yeah, no, that doesn't sound
He got
like
to
him.
put an advertisement on every drawing, and I think he felt that was
enough.
what he wanted people to think about.
Fair enough.
It was only later in life that he became sort of the celebrity that we all know.
An icon himself.
It's true. Yeah. Very much so. Well, we have a great photo in the book of Hirschfeld, Dick Cavett, and Charles Addams, although no one knows what it's from.
It looks like a party at a maybe not at the Hirschfeld home, but
I don't think it was at the Hirschfeld home, but it was definitely a party.
Yeah.
They're wearing
They're
evening
tuxes,
clothes.
Yeah.
There was a great American Masters about Dick Cavett and Groucho Marx, and he tells a wonderful story about meeting Groucho for the first time at George Kaufman's funeral. And Cavett describes George Kaufman's funeral with, he starts naming all these celebrities and personalities and theatrical people who were at the funeral, and he says, it looked just like a Hirschfeld drawing. And I just thought, that is perfect.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Like Broadway first nighters.
So just, he can sum up a situation in a single line, and I think he understood that Hirschfeld could do it even better. There is a great, almost full-page drawing of Dick Cavett.
Yes, from Into the Woods.
Yes,
right?
when he was into the woods. And then the choices of selecting the pieces was, I have to say, the hardest part of this book. We went back and forth numerous times. Is this person, is that person? I guarantee you we got a lot of people you would think, we got all the one-name wonders. We got Elvis, Marilyn. Yes, that's true.
Not all of them. Volume 2.
Volume 2. And Hirschfeld's got several classic drawings of Cher.
Sure.
But we have Elvis, Marilyn, Barbara. We've got the last name, one name
Well,
wonders.
Madonna. You mentioned Madonna.
That's true. But we have Chaplin.
Lassie. That's a one name.
That is. First name, too. But you have Chaplin, Sinatra, Hemingway. They're all there. Laurel and Hardy.
True.
The Marx Brothers.
Yep.
If you're talking about last names, they're all in there. And we want to talk about some of our favorite pieces.
Absolutely, definitely.
So, among the favorites, what's your first one?
Well, my first one, I'll start with this Lassie, since I have her right in front of me.
Sure.
This is a TV guide cover from 1958.
Right.
Of star of television, Lassie, of course. I love this drawing because I am a crazy dog lady, and who doesn't love a rough collie? They've really fallen in popularity. Like, you don't see collies anymore. I mean, when's the last time you saw a collie?
Oh, that's true.
In person, like they were really popular, and they just got that's life, that's culture. But this, like I said, this is a TV guide cover, and the TV guide, the actual TV guide, if you have seen it, it's really just of her fluff, kind of from her neck up.
Right.
But here you can see that's actually like less than a third of the drawing almost.
Yes.
Is that portion that we've been used to seeing for so long. And this drawing came up at auction a few years ago, and we were able to see like, oh, no, that's literally just the tip of the iceberg for this drawing. There's a whole body and these fun leaves on the one side.
Yeah, the foliage.
Kind of looks different than anything else Hirschfeld has done. So it's just nice to see this drawing for the first time, really, for people to see it all in one, the entire drawing.
So you're starting off with the one piece that has never really been published
That's true,
before.
yes. Never been published like this before.
Right.
Yep. So if you're a Lassie fan, if you're a Hirschfeld TV Guide fan, this is very special.
If you're a Hirschfeld TV Guide fan.
I was going to say, not to mention the interior cover of the book is all of the TV guides, which I just love. I was so excited to have all the TV guides together.
A dream come true.
It truly is. I love this. It looks so great. They did such a great job with it. But yeah, and you can see the Lassie there. Just that little bit of her. So
I used to say head and shoulders, but you don't even get the shoulders.
No, not really. No, not at all. Well, what's your first pick?
Well, let's talk about another TV guide cover.
Okay.
Carol Burnett.
Yes. Which one, David?
Well, it's very interesting that you should ask that because Carol Burnett is the only performer, only individual who had two TV guide covers.
That's true. Yep.
And one in color and one in black and white. We decided to go for the color one. It's from 1970. She's at the height of her great classic variety show.
Yeah.
And as I talk about it in the book, Carol Burnett really is a caricature. When you see that show, all the characters that she's playing are exaggerated. Not to necessarily poke fun at them, but to make them even more real and to enjoy them. And she's never putting anybody down. I mean, she shares that with Hirschfeld. And, Hirschfeld loved to draw her. He first drew her in a Broadway show, Fade Out, Fade In. He did a poster for it. And this show, which was written by Comden and Green and directed by George Abbott, you would have thought that anybody could have played the role, but it was only a hit when Carol Burnett was in it. And as soon as she left, the show went down, and it hasn't been revived. I think it's because it was so unique to Carol Burnett. Hirschfeld liked to draw her because he said she has a clown's face. And in the nicest way, and when you look at the drawing that we feature in here, it's very much a clown's face, but in a let's make people happy way, not a makeup or exaggerated effects. It's just to look at her makes you smile.
That's so true.
So classic Hirschfeld drawing.
Yeah, nice, good choice.
Really a painting, very unusual painting. I don't believe I've seen another work anywhere like the technique that he uses here.
Is it like a stamp effect that he has on the background?
Yes, I think that's what he did. Yeah. I think it's done in acrylic,
Oh,
rather than,
interesting,
you
really?
know, it's one of the few
than
pieces
gouache.
like that. It's not a gouache. And we have the original, and so we can look at it, and it looks and feels like an acrylic. And he used something to create a pattern on it.
Yeah.
And there is literally no other work by Hirschfeld like that, yet it's so effective. It
Yeah.
looked effective on the printed cover, and when you see it in person, wow.
Yeah.
It's really incredible.
Very cool.
And it looks great, and you've never seen it better than look in this book.
Oh, no, not this beautiful
We did all
page.
new photography for this book.
Yes. Always proud of our photography.
Yeah.
It's always a joy to see a Hirschfeld drawing, to be able to bring a Hirschfeld drawing to the people in a way that they haven't seen it before.
Sure.
Which is high def, or, not on a newspaper clipping or something like that.
It's true. Most of these works have never been seen this large before.
Probably.
Yes, no, I mean, Cal Burnett, the original TV guide, was about half the size of this book. And even if you saw it across all 8 columns of a newspaper page, it's not as big as this book.
And it's not going to be as clear.
No.
The quality is, what you see on the newspaper clipping is not the same thing as what was on the board.
Exactly.
And you'll get a lot closer to what was on the board in this book.
Yeah, without a doubt. So we appreciate all the photographers that did this work.
Yes,
and it
group
came
effort.
from a variety of sources.
Yes, yep.
Because I like to say we have all these pieces, but alas, we don't. Tell me another one of your favorites.
I'll go from one magazine to another.
Tell me.
I'll go to Ernest Hemingway, which I was very excited to talk about. This is an American Mercury cover of Ernest Hemingway. And I love the TV guides, as you know. I have all of the TV guide covers.
True.
The American Mercuries are a lot more difficult to find.
About the same size.
Yes. I think American Mercuries are 5x7.
Yeah.
But people did not keep those as much as they kept the TV guides. So those are harder to find. I have yet to find a Hemingway American Mercury cover.
They've all been bought.
I don't know. Who's buying them but me? Someone else is buying the American Mercury covers?
Look, somebody wanted Westbrook Pegler.
What's that?
It's a great American Mercury cover. He was a critic of the Roosevelt administration.
Which one's that one?
Describe
it to me.
It's this balding man in front of a wall in which he's graffitied all these things, pejorative
Like with the
things.
stock market?
No.
Oh.
That's James Byrne.
Oh, okay. Well, our wonderful media director, Doug Coons, will have that flashed up on the screen for you so you can admire them.
But
or he'll cut it out.
Another great American Mercury is Claude Pepper.
That's a good one. Yeah. That's a David Leopold piece.
Yeah, senator, congressman from Florida whose head is in the shape of Florida.
Yeah. Anyway, I do love the American Mercury covers.
Sure.
And I do love this one of Hemingway. I think it actually is a very nice portrait of him. And again, this is new photography as well from the Harry Ransom Center.
Correct.
Which we were very grateful for because we did not have a very good reproduction of this. So it's a treat even just to, again, see it new. We get too excited about that, I guess.
Well, there's a Hirschfeld connection to Hemingway.
There is a Hirschfeld connection to Hemingway. You would probably tell it better than I. Here, I'll give you the clip.
I heard it from the horse's mouth.
My cliff notes is Hemingway and Hirschfeld were in Paris at the same time.
Correct.
And Hemingway had published his first, it was a collection of short stories or poems? Short stories and poems.
3 stories and 10 poems.
10 poems. Hemingway published that at that time, and Hirschfeld bought a copy.
Yeah, there's only about 300 copies that exist.
And we had it. I mean, it was
Hirschfeld, and he had it his whole lifetime.
Yeah.
It was in his library.
Yep.
But he thought Hemingway was kind of a bully.
I could see that.
And this dates back to Paris.
Okay.
So I think it's always interesting. He drew him a number of times, and I'm sure their
true.
paths crossed.
Mm-hmm.
But he told me he thought Hemingway was a bit of a bully.
I feel like that would check out. Yeah, that's fair. What's your next one?
What is my next one? I love Ray Charles. If we're going to talk about magazines, I'll match you magazine for magazine.
Perfect.
So the Ray Charles is this wonderful color portrait from the cover of Stereo Review. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't exist anymore, but Stereo Review in the 60s, 70s, 80s, even into the 90s, but really the 60s, 70s, and 80s, was the go-to magazine for anybody interested in hi-fis and stereo equipment.
Oh,
And
okay.
it started off as like hi-fi news or something, and Hirschfeld was already doing covers for it then. But in the late 60s and early 70s, they started asking Hirschfeld. They gave out a award every year to the most significant figure in music, because it was always music. And he did covers of Aaron Copland and Earl Father Hines and Beverly Sills. But this one of Ray Charles just really is striking.
Yeah, I love this piece, if only for the blue. Like, I love the colors of that drawing. So pretty.
And yet, as colorful as it is, when you look at it, you realize it's a line drawing.
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
And he makes the white of the board
Yeah.
really do so much of the work, because that's really what you see when you first look at the piece.
Yeah.
And of course, Ray Charles, huge. I mean, Frank Sinatra called him genius. Most of his friends called him Brother Ray. But this is a guy who won numerous Grammys.
Yeah.
He's got 16 songs that have been put into like the Grammy Hall of Fame.
Oh, wow.
He was everywhere until he died.
Wow.
I mean, he appealed. He was the black performer who made a country album.
Yeah.
And it was phenomenal.
Yeah, Seven Spanish Angels.
I'm impressed.
I sang that in 8th grade. You had to sing a song in front of the music class, and I chose Ray Charles, Willie Nelson, Seven Spanish Angels.
Well, I don't think that was from the album.
Oh, okay.
There was a great duets album he did late in his career called Genius Loves Company.
Oh, that's the one. Yeah.
Is that what it's from?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because that sounds very familiar.
It's a great record.
Yeah.
And Ray Charles, I mean, anything that he's on is definitely improved when Ray Charles is in it.
Yes.
And Billy Joel said that he thought Ray Charles was more important than Elvis Presley. You know, because, I mean, what he brings to music is something that only Ray Charles seems to be able to do.
Wow.
And everybody looked up to him.
Yeah. No, he's a great performer. Great music to listen to.
Without a doubt. So who's your third?
Well, speaking of Elvis, of course I had to pick the Elvis piece.
Of course.
It's not a Katherine talk if...
Dogs, Elvis.
Yeah.
We've checked all the boxes
now. But I did... So I picked the 68 Elvis, which we chose to present here in the poster book as a newspaper clipping.
Yes. The one thing, when we started this series, I wanted to be very protective of our prints.
Yes.
And at first I said... Our
limited edition,
hand-signed limited edition prints. I did not want to compete with that. Hirschfeld himself didn't want to offer the same image at different price points. You know,
We're very protective.
Yes. And so when we first said this, you know, he did the first caricature of Elvis. You know, we it's not that this was the only image. This was the best.
This is
image.
the best Elvis image. Like, whether you're an Elvis fan or a Hirschfeld fan, it doesn't matter. Like, this is the definitive Elvis piece. And it was done for the 68 special in December 1968.
Right.
And ran in papers across the country.
Yes. NBC would syndicate the drawing. And it's so iconic that Hirschfeld returns to it over and over again.
Yes.
When he wants to portray Elvis, this becomes Elvis for Al Hirschfeld.
Yeah. And there's actually another print of Elvis. So this was made into a hand-signed limited edition print.
Right.
There's actually another print that's extremely similar, but now he's got a guitar.
Right.
You know, so it is a little different. And his hair's a little different in that one as well. His hair's longer. But yeah, so it's just Elvis. It tells you everything you need to know.
And I probably say it every time we mention this drawing. I think it's incredible that Hirschfeld is 65 years old when he draws this. He has been drawing for the media for at this point 50 years or close to it, and he's never gone away. It's Elvis who appears in 1956 who has the comeback at this point.
Yeah,
just 13
I think he's
years.
33. Elvis would be 33.
Yeah,
I think
it's such a different world, and
crazy.
I mean, but this really is Elvis's comeback.
Yes.
He never really sort of goes away after this.
No.
He's really committed to touring, often in a same style jumpsuit.
Yeah. And that was my first Hirschfeld print, speaking of.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. So I love Elvis, but that is a great drawing.
Yeah.
Like I always say, whether you like Elvis or not, you gotta hand it to him on this
exactly.
one. This is a top tier. This is a top tier drawing.
Somebody was telling me the other day there's a film at Graceland in which this image appears.
Oh,
in
really?
It. Yeah.
Oh, fun.
And I said, "Are you sure?" They're like, they were saying, "Of course I'm sure. Yeah. How could you not remember
We know what this looks like." Yeah. Oh, fun. That's cute. Well, what's your final pick?
Well, this is hard. I'm going to be honest with you.
David does a very good job when we force him to pick. You have to only pick 3, David. You can't do 8.
I'm not a favorite person.
Yeah.
But
you always come through, and you have a reason for it.
I do.
So let's hear it.
I love all these pieces, but the third piece I picked is a piece that I have loved from the first moment I ever saw it, which is the Marx Brothers, the classic collage that he did at the time of Night at the Opera. In which this original he collaged sheet music from the film, and then he literally collaged the Marx Brothers.
Yeah.
So Harpo's hair is cotton balls. Chico has a Brillo pad for hair. Groucho has a piece of felt for his mustache.
And then there's like a pipe cleaner for his glasses.
Yes.
And I don't know, what else?
There's all kinds of things in it. And it's an amazing piece that, as I've said before, goes to the heart of how Hirschfeld saw people. If somebody had kinky hair like Chico, he might put in his sketchbook when he was drawing a show, Brillo pad.
Right.
And so here he is literally putting those things to use.
Yeah.
The original's at the National Portrait Gallery. It is exquisite.
Yes.
And this is the next best thing to having that piece.
Yeah, that was in the Hirschfeld Century show in 2015.
And we made sure that Katherine did not take it. We made sure it got returned to...
It is still at the National Portrait Gallery.
She drooled over it a little bit.
I drool over it. It's easy for me to drool over Hirschfeld's. It's so easy. Because you know what? I have that Ray Charles poster too.
No, that's true. That's true.
I'm going through all this. I'm like, oh, maybe I have too much Hirschfeld stuff. I'm going a little crazy with all this.
You don't. Nobody has too much Hirschfeld stuff.
That's right. No, the Marx Brothers one is great. And it's so interesting because he didn't have to do it that way. He didn't have to collage it, but it made it so much better.
And literally, this is the film that he made them into icons.
Yeah.
Just like that Elvis is an icon that... when we talk about icons, history is full of religious icons. And today, when we talk about icons, we're really talking about something on a computer screen that's been reduced to the simplest form so that we understand it.
Okay,
like a folder.
Okay, Al Hirschfeld.
Well, I talk about it in the book. Hirschfeld was really in the icon business because he was trying, just like the icons you see on your computer, he was trying to distill the personality down to the simplest form that anybody could identify it.
Yep.
And,
So
that you didn't need a caption.
Yep.
Which he said was a toe curling admission of failure.
Yep.
And when you look through this book, you don't have to look at...
No. There's very
captions.
few pages you're going to have to turn up. Who's this? Yeah. No.
We tried to pick people like that. So it's Alfred Hitchcock and Gene Kelly in Singing in the Rain and Cheetah Rivera, Duke Ellington, Sammy Davis Jr. These things are... they're fantastic. There's a great Lena Horne.
Yes.
I almost chose that one as one of my favorites.
Yeah.
The crazy thing is, for a long time, we thought that was an American Mercury cover. But there is no American Mercury with that on the cover.
Do you think that it just wasn't used, a la Laverne and Shirley TV Guide cover, possibly?
I think he was given the assignment,
and
then for some reason they chose not to put Lena Horne on the cover.
Because we haven't found that published anywhere? Has it been...
I looked.
Which seems like it was just never made it to publication.
Right, exactly.
Because it is very American Mercury. like you can tell a TV Guide cover when you see it.
Yes.
And it doesn't have the TV Guide logo on it. That one, it's the right time frame. Although, was she political?
Oh my gosh. Lena Horne was very political.
So it would make sense for her to be on an American Mercury cover.
She was a civil rights activist, and she's on the she sings at the March on Washington. She really, when she goes to Hollywood, she says, I don't want to play a maid, because that's what roles for black women were at that time. And Louis B. Mayer says, you're right, I'm not going to have you as a maid. And then they always put her in these films in which she sang in front of a pole some sultry song. And they did that so it was a performance number so they could cut it out before the film went to the South. Because they knew they didn't, in the South, they did not want to see popular movies with black people in it. I mean, it just seems hard to believe that wasn't that long ago. And it's something that she fought against. She said that she did too many of those, and she was really committed to not doing it anymore. And of course, not surprisingly, she has a Hirschfeld connection. Hirschfeld was great friends with the director Sidney Lumet. And Sidney Lumet married Lena Horne's daughter. And so Hirschfeld was regularly at the Lumet's home having dinner, and who was there but Sidney Lumet's mother-in-law, Lena Horne, which, if you're going to have a mother-in-law, Lena Horne is the best one you could get.
Well, we could keep talking about, obviously, we can keep talking about Hirschfeld drawings all day.
All day.
So we will stop while we're ahead. We're at a nice stopping point. The book is available for purchase on our website, alhirschfeldfoundationshop.org. And every copy, of course, will be signed by Mr. Leopold.
And you can buy unsigned copies anywhere you buy books.
That's true, yes. But if you buy from our shop, you're, of course, supporting the Al Hirschfeld Foundation. And, you know, we support arts organizations across the country. That is our mission, our big mission, and sharing Hirschfeld with everybody as well.
It's very true. We're very excited about this book. And we are going to go hither and yon to share it with people, to put on events, give talks, have exhibitions. It's going to be a thing.
Yes, we will be doing a lot in this next year, in 2026.
Definitely.
So check out the show notes on this episode wherever you are listening or watching. You'll find our link tree there for all of our social medias and our website and shop. So you can stay up to date and know if we're coming someplace near you, you'd like to come to a talk of ours. We would love that. We always love
and
to.
You can always write to us if you have a place that you think we should bring Hirschfeld's icons to.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, David, for going over your favorites here.
Oh, likewise.
I always love to just give me a topic, and I'll give you my top 5 Hirschfelds for it. Whatever the parameters are. For this one, we did 3 from the Icons book.
You are a listicle.
I am. I do love. Yes, I'm a ranker. I can rank things instantly. Like just.
They had to hold me down and have me pick my favorites.
That's true. Yeah, everybody has their strengths and weaknesses, I guess.
But it's a great book. You should go out and get a copy as soon as you can. And we'll look forward to seeing you when we do.
Thank you.